Title of this video is Godly Men Quotes. A godly man often grows best when his worldly circumstances decay. He who follows Christ for his bag is a Judas. They who follow for loaves and fishes are children of the devil, but they who attend him out of love to himself are his own beloved ones. Lord, let me find my life in thee, and not in the mire of this world's favour or gain. Charles Spurgeon. Young men need a positive influence, especially when they don't have a strong male figure in their lives. They can be influenced by a great godly man in the church, which gives men a great mission in the church to influence these kids. Tony Evans. A godly man is 1. Faithful, 2. A spiritual leader, 3. Respectful, 4. A family man, 5. A provider, 6. Honest, 7. A good communicator, 8. Happy, 9. Loving. A godly man. He's far from perfect, but imperfectly made just for you. Has a vision from God that requires a special type of woman to help birth it. It's like goodwill. He selflessly helps you remove baggage from your past and without expecting something in return. Needs unconditional care and love. Just like you. His exterior is different from yours, but his heart is identical to yours. Needs a sense of comfort in your presence, just like you. He probably been hurt and needs to know that. Your intentions and motives are real. Believes in marriage. He knows that he functions better with a help meet. But won't just settle for anybody. Is a prayer answered from God? He passed the game serious about commitment and won't play with your heart because he doesn't want his played with. That's from Brooke, a very bad password, Brooke Wharton. A real man doesn't put his woman first. A real man puts God first because he knows that he has to follow God in order to lead his lady. It's from www.godlywoman.net. A boy gives false promises, a man honours his commitments. A boy thinks me, a man thinks us. A boy blames others, a man accepts responsibility. A boy lives off others, a man lives for others. A boy relies on himself, a man relies on God. The mark of a man of God is upon the man. Paul Washer. A worldly man cares about what others think, versus a godly man only cares about what God thinks. Look for a man who prays for you and with you, one who will point you to God when you feel discouraged, one who will speak to the Queen in you and treat you like one, a modern day Ruth. A godly man doesn't just say he loves God, he shows it through his actions. A real man doesn't put his woman first, he puts God first. Only a man following Jesus knows how to properly lead a woman. The really great man is the man who makes every man feel great. A godly man is never threatened by the gifts of a godly woman. No man acts with true wisdom till he fears God and hopes in his mercy. Seek a godly man, a man who places Christ at all the center of his life. 7 marks of a godly man from Psalm 1. His life is blessed. Blessed is the one. 2. He keeps himself from evil. He does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. He has a love for God's truth. He is the one whose delight is the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. He lives a life of strength. He is like a tree planted by streams of water. 5. He has a fruit-filled life. His life yields its fruit in season. 6. God's favour is with him. He is the one whose leaf does not wither, wherever they do prospers. 7. God watches over his way, for the Lord watches over the way of the righteous. Ladies, men don't play games. They pursue, court and then marry you. Don't waste your time on boys that are just trying to have fun. You deserve a godly man, not a church boy. A rich man without God is just a poor man with money. That's a very good one. Imagine a man so focused on God that the only reason he looked up to see you is because he heard God say that's all. Prayer makes a godly man and puts within him the mind of Christ, the mind of humility, of self-surrender, of service, of pity, and of prayer. If we really pray, we will become more like God, or else we will quit praying. Some Edward McKendry Bounds. A man of God is like the ocean, undisturbed by the rivers that are coming in. The fullness of peace he experiences when is so great that the problems of the world he has to deal with and the suffering he has to go through become insignificant in comparison. A godly man often grows best when he's I set off at the first one I finished from Charles Spurgeon. A godly man often grows best when his worldly circumstances decay. He who follows Christ for his bag is a Judas. They who follow for loaves and fishes are children of the devil, but they who attend him out of love to himself are his own beloved ones. Lord, let me find my life in thee, and not in the mire of this world's favour or gain. Charles Spurgeon.